And so,
Yeah.
yeah, just be proud while not being fixated, I guess, on who you are.
Yeah. And yeah, that would be, you've spoken about culture principles. And what I'd like to ask you is, what are Nova Pioneer's 6 culture principles? Because I think everybody's heard me speak and heard you speak about all this growing solutions first and so forth. But what are the 6 culture principles? And like, give us a brief explanation of each one. What do they embody in the organization?
Yeah, so the 6 culture principles actually emanate from our 3 like founding values, right? So we had a value of excellence, inquiry, and caring were our 3 values. So excellence led us towards a culture principle of high expectations, right? And a culture principle of solutions first, what I call our blue culture principles. Blues are one of our colors. So high expectations is the idea that we constantly hold high expectations for ourselves and of others, and we work towards them, right? We believe in our capacity, we believe in others' capacity, and we hold each other high expectations because the pursuit of high expectations is what generates excellence, right? And then solutions first is the idea that we acknowledge problems. There are problems, but we approach problems with a solution mindset. We approach problems not just to lay them at the feet of others, but to engage with others in solving them and making the world better. So that's solutions first. So those are 2 of our culture principles, and they reflect excellence, and that's a core value of being an innovator and a leader or a shaper, right? Then there are what I call our green culture principles, which emanates from the value of inquiry, right? And that's joy of learning and always growing. So joy of learning is that I'm constantly curious. I want to learn. I seek out and I share learning for its own sake and for the benefit of others, right? And so I enjoy reading a book because I can get something from it, and I'd love to share that with you. And the fact that this is new software you're doing this podcast on. How awesome. We're going to learn about something new. Like the energy that it unleashes joy, and that joy fuels our learning. And not only the joy comes from our learning, but it also fuels more learning. That's the joy of learning, right? And always growing, the idea that I'm always growing, and I embrace failure as sort of a first attempt in learning. I embrace hardship and failure as an opportunity to get better and stronger, and that I hold a growth mindset. I understand that I can get better at almost anything. In fact, at anything, I can get better, and I just need to be able to build the skills, and I'm given the effort to get better. Right? I am not born a good mathematician or born good at arts. Actually, I can become good at arts. I can become good at mathematics. Right? So that's always growing and joy of learning. Those 2 are the green culture principles. And then what I call the yellow culture principles, so they emanate from our value of caring, right? And that's servant leadership and greater together. Greater together is Ubuntu, that I am because we are, that we are more, I am enough alone, but I am made greater together with you, right? So it's not that I'm not enough alone, but in partnership with others, we can go further, and we are made greater and more meaningful through being part of being in community with others, right? And then servant leadership is just really that. That's the way to lead is through service. That's we look others and mission before self. I guess is there's a mission before self, and those are 6 culture principles. Those are what it means to be a Novenier, whether you're a student, a parent, a teammate, a CEO. Those are our culture principles, and they're what sort of define the mindsets and behaviors